Everything in life is work, and that's the reality. This is Welcome to Pill here. Brand new video, brand new topic. Let me know what you think. All comments are welcomed. As always, God bless. So, came to the conclusion that every single thing that you wish to do requires work in order for progress and results to actually be made. Without the work put in, you're not going to get the results that you want. You're going to be seeing and experiencing and feeling the consequences without the work being put in or the work being put in. There's a reason why the divorce rates are so high. It's not only because people are incompatible with each other or they married the wrong person. They only married the person that they want to be with because of how they look and they get bored and they cheat. That's not only the case. The case is there is a lot of people that messed up in their relationships and marriages, especially, right? They messed up in their marriages, which leads to the divorce, which leads to the wife or the husband getting tired of their spouse. And I'm going to admit, I've messed up a lot of things in my own marriage and I'm still learning, but that's not an excuse to keep doing the exact same thing, because after a while it feels like you're purposely doing that. You have no backup or no one to turn to or nothing to say once you're caught in your lies or things that you have done. This is just the reality. Everything in life requires work. You go to work every day, Monday through Friday, whatever days they are, right? What do you do to keep the job? You do the job, you do the work, you complete your hours. It's the same thing in marriage. It's the same thing in the family. It's the same thing with your children. It's the same thing with friendships, relationships, etc. It just depends on how much of the time that you're giving and putting in. Because a lot of people are so selfish of your time that they don't care about yours. They don't care about your well-being, because there are some people in this world that as soon as they suck all the life and energy out of you, whatever little time you don't give them, they'll use that as an excuse to cheat on you. And that's another topic, okay? Every single thing requires work. You're going to see those consequences if you put your marriage or your relationships on autopilot. This is what you call taking advantage of people, taking advantage of the relationship, because you feel like you got the person. Now you don't got to put in as much work. Most people does that. You have to put in the work every single day. Just like how you are dating, make it seem like it's a brand new day. You're always getting to know each other, because you always are. You're always getting to know your wife or your husband, your spouse. You're always getting to know your husband or your wife. You're always getting to know them. You're learning. You're learning every day. We learn every single day. For people who wishes to be open-minded, because there are some people who stay stagnant and they wonder why things doesn't go their way. They're not listening or taking the right advices. They're not wanting to change. They want to stay the exact same way, and they think it's either their way or the highway. And you cannot live like that, even with a job. You cannot tell your boss you want to do what you want in the job, but then they're hiring you for a specific job that you're supposed to do. And if you're not doing that job, guess what? You're going to reap those consequences. No one else is not going to suffer but you. You're the employee. You're the employee in the relationship. There's a reason why a lot of women are tired. For those that knows their role, those that does not or doesn't want to do anything or are lazy, succubus, vampires, then that's a different case. But for those who genuinely want things to work, they'll offer something if you're also offering something as well. One hand washes the other. How can a car work without the engine? But what is the point in having an engine with no car? Both of them works together, and you always need the pilot to operate the vehicles in order for them to actually move. You're putting in the work. You're putting in the work when you're driving. You're putting in the work in your hobbies. You're putting in the work with your relationships, family, friends, whatever, you name it. All these things require work. There's no I'm lazy. I don't gotta talk to them. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna stay in my own lane. One of my good friends that I thought was a good friend actually cut me off because I told him that I'm trying to work on my marriage more. I want to spend more time with my wife. I feel like I've been neglecting her. And this is a true story. My marriage is not perfect. I'm not perfect. There was times I even had to catch myself and think, wait, I'm not better than anyone else. I have to remain humble. I have to always be humble. I want to stay humble because there's most people right now in this world that are not humble, they're ungrateful, and they don't even realize the blessings and how good they got it. That same job that you're taking for granted, just like the people around you, you could lose it anytime. You have to act like your job is new to you every single day. You got to act like that. You got to act like your work is new to you every single day. Sorry for the notification sound, guys, but still, you got to act like your job is brand new to you every single day. You have to find a reason to be excited, happy, hyped. Just like a relationship, just like with your kids, happy. Not, oh, I'm tired of it. I'm starting to get bored. I don't feel like doing the work like that. I don't. That's why a lot of people underperform themselves and they put themselves in those situations. No one else didn't do it. Hold yourself accountable. So many people likes to victim blame, victim shame, say, "Oh well, you're barely doing this and that." Well, he's barely doing this and that. What work is your wife putting in? It's different if you're the father, you're head of the household. You're supposed to be the leader. That's the natural order. I would love to lead. I love leading, especially. I love leading. I love leading my kids, my wife. But it's bad enough when other people don't see you leading. You can't get angry when other guys or other women sees issues in your marriage and they want to try to creep in just to ruin your relationship. This is why God said in the scriptures, in a certain verse, it said something like, don't allow any man or man to come into your marriage. There's a reason why God said that, because it causes destruction, it causes temptations, it causes things to arise, things to happen. It all comes down to the individual's choices. If you see cracks in your marriage, you're like, shoot, I really got to put the work in. And there's some guys who are even entitled, and even women. Oh, I did this and that for him. I got these gifts, blah, blah, blah. I bought these things for him. That's the issue. You're buying gifts. You're giving them gifts. Anybody could give anyone a gift. It does not matter. What makes it special is what counts. The effort that you put in it, what counts. Do something different. Make something bigger than an actual physical gift. You're just saying, here, I just could just buy this on Amazon, Walmart, and then I just give the gift to you. That's your gift. How is that special? It's boring. This is why some people say, oh, the nice guys finished last. Crap is bull crap. You know why a lot of women doesn't like the whole nice guy narrative? You know what that means? Guys who are too soft. Guys who think just being nice is going to change everything. If you're boring and you don't have nothing in common and you're not putting in the work and you're not an actual leader, if you're not leading, if you're not doing anything, the woman is not going to feel the need to do her role either. This is why most women today is cheating. This is why most women today are cheating on their spouses with other men that they feel to be manly enough for them. You are supposed to lead. The Bible said it. There are scriptures from the Bible that are written from God for a man to lead. There are actual scriptures that are written that talks about this. People be thinking, oh, he's lying, blah, blah, blah. He's not telling the truth. And then explain where the role models came from. Explain that to me. Where did the roles and agenda actually come from? God created man first. We have the most important role. We have one of the most important roles in society. Society is run by man in the image of God. Where God runs over us. Okay? There's an order. There's an order for a reason. If there's no order, there's destruction. When you have destruction, you have chaos. Everything is out of place. You're facing the consequences. You turn around, you're like, oh crap. Once you turn around, when you realize all of the destruction that was made, the damage is done. You're going to have to face it or learn to just leave it alone. And leaving it alone is one of the easiest things that most people would do. Well, I don't feel like fixing it. I don't feel like putting in the work. It's not work fit. They'll find some negative excuse to not put in any more of the work in their job, in their art, in their projects, anything. Everything requires work. When you got to get up in the morning, it requires work. It requires work for you to walk to the kitchen. It requires work for you to lose weight. It requires work for you to have a fit, shaped body. It requires work for you to learn. It requires work for you to actually focus. Any little thing that you see is nothing. It is work. You're always working every single day. You're always learning every single day. You have to put in that work, or the work is not going to be put in for you at all. No one is not going to do it but you. You're responsible. This is what they call people to be responsible. Responsibilities. Okay? Responsibilities. Oh, man. I'm just going to search up one of the scriptures so I could read it to you. Because some people probably thinks I'm lying, he's bluffing. And the reason why so many people are complaining about relationships now is because they're with the wrong people, or it's something that they're also doing. You cannot keep victim shaming, blaming other people. Hold yourself accountable if you're the one that caused your the consequences and things to happen in your life. You reap those consequences. No, it's not any other man's job to fix your marriage. No, it's not anyone else's job to fix your issues. No, it's not anyone else's job to resolve the issues with your boss, which you took an advantage of from the job. It is not a good feeling being fired. I've been fired before. It is not a good feeling being rejected. We've all been there. This is from Ephesians chapter 5, verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and is himself its savior. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 23. This is from 1 Timothy chapter 2, verses 11 to 15. Let a woman learn quietly with all submissiveness. I do not permit a woman to cheat or to exercise authority over a man. Rather, she is to remain quiet. For Adam was formed first, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman was deceived and became a transgressor. Yet she will be saved through childbearing if they continue in faith and in love and in holiness with self-control. I could keep going on. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22, wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord, only if he's doing right. And if he's doing right, she's going to be doing right. If you do right by your wife's side, she's going to have no problem doing her role. She feels protected. She feels safe. She feels loved. She feels taken care of. Then you're going to have a good time with her. She'll cook, she'll clean, she'll have no problem taking care of the kids because you're also doing your part. It's the order of things. I don't understand why some guys don't even like to lead. I would love to lead. Everything requires work, guys. Every single thing in life requires work. This is Woken Up here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.